Here we go, here we go. Hey everybody, welcome to Mag 5 Firearms. We're here today because we're gonna do a really good cleaning on a Rock Island X4 Lion 12 gauge shotgun. This is what we're gonna be working with today. This is the same shotgun that my brother-in-law Mark brought to the range with us the other day. So he has plenty of rounds through it, and it's filthy dirty. So we're gonna, clean it up, and we're gonna break it down first, and then we're gonna clean it up and put it all back together. So hopefully we can do this without any issues or, problems. But this is actually a pretty nice gun. It's like I said, it's Rock Island Armory. It's made in Turkey. It's 18.5-inch barrel. It's synthetic. It holds 4 + 1 and black anodized. It has a muzzle brake on it, front sight. It has the advanced rear sight here. And it's adjustable as well. You can go up and down. You can put an optic on it, the whole nine. It has a 3-inch barrel or 3-inch chamber. Yeah, it's a pretty decent gun. It looks cool. It's slick looking. So that's pretty much it as far as what I know about it. But like always, safety first. We're just going to make sure that we are not loaded. It is a semi-automatic weapon, so just make sure we do that a couple times, pull the trigger, and I think we are good to go. So the way this starts is you got to take off this cap. Let me make sure this is on camera here so that you can see me. So this cap comes off first, so that just twists and then pulls off completely. And we're going to put that right there. All right, and then your hand guard just pulls up and out, just like that. So I'm going to try and put the parts here in order so that we know when we go to put it back in, we'll kind of do it backwards, right? And then there's this, like a nut, holds the barrel in place that screws off, just like this. Come on, a little bit more, one more weedy. There it is. Okay? So we're gonna put that there. So then at this point, the barrel just slides off, just like that. Comes right off. We're gonna put that right there. So now, before we go any further, I want you to see as well that inside the barrel here is a piston. That would come out as well, and we would wash that. So the piston we're going to put right there. Okay? We have this buffer that goes on after the piston, right? And then at this point, this is our, what's the name for it? You can see how dirty it is. I forget the name for it. Anyway, so we have to take the charging handle off first for this to be able to come out. All right, so the way that works, and I'm hoping you can see me on camera. I'm actually going to move this a little bit. Boom, boom, boom. Just like that. Okay, so you actually got to push this in. So there's two ways you can do it. You can just push it in like this and then grab a hold of the handle. The other way I've seen it is jam your finger in here like that. Okay? I'm not sure which one works better than the other, but I think I'm going to go this route for now. Okay? So the way to take this handle off is that when you push this in just a little bit, you can see that this moves, right? Can you guys see that right there, how it moves? And there is this half moon cutout right there on the bolt. That's what it's called. So anyway, so on the bolt, there's a half moon cutout on it. So what we need to do is align that up, right, so that it is centered over the handle. And then you give that handle a good grip without trying to move everything, and you pull it out. Okay? See how that works? And that goes there. Now, this is under a lot of pressure, right? So if you were to let go of that, it would shoot out, bounce across my basement. I have to call my wife down for her to come and help me find it. So grab a hold of that so it doesn't just fling out on you. And then you're just going to slowly release it, just like that. And here comes out your charging handle and your bolt. Now the bolt is attached and literally just pops up like this. Okay? So when we go to put it back, it has to go back in like this. So just take note to the configuration of that, okay? So, yeah, the firing pin's back here. The ejector's right there, which has plenty of spring to it, right? So that comes off like this. And then as far as the charging goes, it comes off at an angle, right? So you gotta pick up and release because we got these little tabs here that fit into these grooves. All right, so to put it back together, you go like that, and it stays in place. All right, so this is like a slide. It just helps it with moving back and forth. Okay, so we're gonna actually put this back together and just set that aside here as well. Okay, and then at this point, we're just gonna remove this spring. I'm running out of room here, so I'm gonna have to make adjustments in a minute. Okay, so the spring is off, and now we're down to just about the bare minimum here. So I could take the magazine barrel off, but I'm not going to today. But all that is 2 screws. Make sure you see that here. 2 screws right there. 1, 2, right there. Okay, but we are going to take the trigger out. Okay, now the pin is super long, so make sure you have something that will take it off the table quite a bit. All right, and you're just going to grab a pin and a hammer. I'm just going to knock that out. There we go. Hold that in place and give it a couple of whacks. Come out a little bit more. Needs to get pushed through a little bit more. There we go. All right, and then there's our pin that popped out. Now, as far as the trigger itself goes, the way it kind of comes out is that you got to move it forward like 1/8 of an inch. So once you get it out of its seat, because it's kind of seated in there, then you got to pick up the front end and then pull it out. It's kind of like one of these things, right? So you move it forward. I did it with one of these last time. Pull it forward like that, and then pop it up. See that? And you see how the way it came out was like this. Right? And you have this little beaver tail right there, and there's a nice little area for it to sit in there. And then we have this little tongue right here, and then there's another area right in here that sits in, right there. And this is where the beaver tail goes. Okay? So basically, this is a little bit more than a field strip. It's definitely more than a field strip. It's a little bit more advanced. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this one piece at a time, just like I've done in the past. I'm gonna set this aside here, and we're gonna clean everything. We're definitely gonna use Riptide for this. and we're just going to take it one step at a time. So we have a clean area, we have a dirty area. All right, all my dirties I'm going to move to my left, and then as I clean, I'm going to go to the right. Okay, so I'm just going to move these over the way I set them, just like that. So I got this, those two. Barrel goes to there, like that. The cap goes at the end. And then we got this, that, charging handle. Now we can break this bolt down even more. Maybe if we have time, because I'm kind of interested what the inside looks like. All these little parts, because I see a pin here. Yeah, so that pin probably takes out the extractor. There's a spring in there that would come out as well. There's another pin here, and that probably takes out the firing pin, because I'm sure, because when you hit the firing pin, it comes out the bottom there, just like that. Yeah, I think that's the extent of it right there. But that can use a good cleaning, as you can tell. So the bolt, the spring, the pin I'm going to leave on my magnet so that we don't lose it. And we're just going to start with the trigger. Okay? So this trigger is pretty interesting in itself. I've never seen one quite like this. But this is where the ammo, you would load the shotgun shells in from the bottom, like that. So it kind of pushes up. You feed it into the magazine barrel, right? That way. And, okay, so this comes down, and this is how you lock the chamber open. All right, you push this in so that when you pull back, it locks in place. That's what that does. And there seems to be a little spring right here that is the counterbalance for it, which also pushes on this piston right here, which I'm not exactly sure what that does. So let's see here. If I were to, okay, so you go to close it like this, it probably locks in place, just like that. All right. This spring here is for that, and that actually locks with yeah, so when you close the chamber, this locks in place, so you can't load it. Or is it the other way around? It looks like maybe it's the other way around. But yeah, so that's what this does. That'll lock it into position with another piston and spring right there. All right, and I'm not going to let this go full on its own, but when you pull the trigger, that comes up. So that's how the trigger is released. That's pretty cool. And the safety's back here, just like that. Definitely cool stuff here. Interesting. It's amazing to me how people came up with these kinds of designs, right? So I'm going to pull out my fancy little toothbrush. We're going to pull out my Riptide, which again, I can't stress enough how great this is. And we're just going to spray this down, just like that. Now, Mark told me that, he's fired this a couple times and he hasn't cleaned it. Or maybe he said he cleaned it once. But, I believe I'm not sure if he bought this new or used. Because there's a couple parts in here that not that I don't recognize them, but they just don't seem the way I would think they would be made. Like the one buffer almost looks like it's plastic, like a polymer maybe. But it's pretty interesting. I actually looked at it online because I wasn't sure why it was like that. I couldn't find another gun that replicated that piece. And this is the piece here I'm talking about. So it almost looks like a piece of sewer hosing that was just cut and thrown in there. I'm sure it's not. It's a little pliable, but it's kind of hard still. They call it a buffer piece. That's the only thing I can actually think of what it is, looking at the manual and everything. So there was no real life picture of it. It was just like a schematic of a diagram. So, but anyway, I take my brush and I go to town here. Make sure I get everything on here like that. Do a real good job. Make sure we're hitting the nooks and crannies, the nooks and crannies, the nooks and crannies. Make sure we do it right. Make sure it's nice and clean when we're done. I don't know where you guys are watching from, but out here it is freezing cold out here. Freezing cold. Just like that. Okay. Alright, I'm going to grab one of my rags. I'm just going to give it a good wipe down. Just like that. Just like that. Yeah, this thing was, it shot pretty well. I mean, he had it at 25 yards and he was able to hit it pretty well. I actually think I have one of the videos up from when we were shooting this. So check out some of my range videos and you'll see how this thing was shooting. It was really nice. It was the same day that I went out with my right after I did all the upgrades on my Glock 45s, where I put the new sights on it and the new iron sights. Yeah, it was a really good day, nice and fun. Nice and fun. Alright, now we're gonna deal with the nooks and crannies, right? We're just gonna get a couple of our patches here, and we're gonna go in the inside with our dental tool, as my wife calls it. Alright, get in there, get all the nooks and crannies out. Just like that. Just like this. Shotguns were always, you know, it's a really good home defense weapon. You know, I mean, a really good shotgun at home, dependable, reliable, pretty much any brand, honestly. You know, my dad had a Remington when I was growing up, and I mean, we lived on 2.5 acres of land, and there was animals and deers and all sorts of stuff. And you know, my father had gotten a couple firearms, the Ruger 1022. And you know, just to protect ourselves, you know, make sure nobody was doing any funny business, as he would say. Get rid of that, it's trash. But you can see all the gunk that's coming out of it. Just like that. Get in here, just like that. And I was watching a video earlier of a guy who was cleaning a shotgun, and you know, literally he grabbed his rag and he just went like this, didn't use any, and he was like, it's good. I was like, get the fuck out of here. No way that's good. Can't be. I mean, it's not like it's a grill where you leave all the old stuff on there for seasoning, right? Like your old charcoal grill, you don't always empty out the charcoal because it gives flavor to your food. It's an old wives' tale, but I believe it. But you know, it's not like that, man. You gotta when it comes to your guns, you gotta take care of it. You gotta do the right thing, right? Make sure it's nice and clean, because when you want it to work, it needs to work, and you don't want it to be all fucking gunked up with powder and char. I'll tell you, I pulled this thing out the other day, and it was just so greasy and it smelled like smoke. It was right after we came back from the range, but it was definitely used, you know. There we go. A couple more areas right here. A couple areas right here. Nooks and crannies, nooks and crannies. And we're gonna. There we go. All right. I think we are good. Excuse me a second. I'm going to pull out my handy dandy little light here. And I'm going to just give it a good look. Give it a good look. Missed a spot. My kids call me old man. The old man eyes can't see anymore. Gotta get in there. Use my bifocals, my reading glasses. Kids will get old one day. And they'll understand. There we go. Yeah, that really does. That looks great. That looks really good. That looks really, really good. Ultimately, this was a great gun to fire. I didn't get a chance to fire it myself, but you know, Mark was thrilled with it. His brother was thrilled with it. I believe my wife shot it actually. So, all right, I'm gonna say that one is done. And we're gonna put that aside, just like that. What's next? We will do. Let's do this. All right. So, move this out of your way so you can see better. Get myself a little more light here. All right. So this doesn't look too terrible. It's a little greasy. A couple areas there. And we got some of this right there. A lot of grease there. I'm assuming the guy used whoever cleaned it before, whether it was Mark or whoever, probably used grease on this. There we go. And now we're going to do this one too. There we go. Throw that out just like that. And then we're going to take our toothbrush and go to town here. I've seen me do this before. What do I think? I mean, I'm not sure if you guys really want to watch me clean this whole thing on your own, but what we can do is I can pause the video, and then when I'm done cleaning everything, we'll come back on and we'll put it together. If there's anything that I come through that I find interesting, I'll turn the camera back on and I'll show you. All right? Give me a few. I'll get this cleaned up, and I'll come right back at you. Guys, so I decided that I was going to take apart this bolt carrier, so at least as much as I can. So this is what I got so far. I just see like it's just kind of real dirty in there. You know, let me grab my glasses. My old man glasses here, the ones my kids make fun of me. All right, so looks like there's just a couple pins, so I'm going to pop them out and just see what happens here, you know, see how this looks. Alright, so we're going to start with this one here. Where's my hammer? There you are. one pin. I'm going to put it right here on my magnet. Okay, with that being out, I'm suspecting that the ejector, should come out. Yeah, I suspected correctly. It just wobbles out like that. Put that right there, and look, there's a spring. We're going to pull that out too. Oh, it's not even a spring, it's just like a little, there's the spring. I'm going to put this on my magnet too. I don't want to lose these fucking pieces. And there's a spring that's kind of stuck in that well right there. Just like that. There we go. Look at that. Those two go together. Alright. So 1, 2. And let's see here. So there's another one here. So looks like they go out, down, and they go back in the opposite way because it has these heads on them. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see. Just like that. Maybe that's better. There it is. Yeah. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. I'll turn it this way. I'm going to use a little bit of a bigger punch. This guy. I'm going to use this bad boy. Try and hold it in my hand. Oh, look at that. It just popped out, huh? There we go. There's the other one. See that? Yeah, it looks like it's had some damage to it. And then I was right. The firing pin just pulls right out. And then there's the spring that should come out with it. There it is. And then voila. That's everything right there. Move this back over here. That's kind of cool how that works. So this goes in here like that. Those springs and levers, excuse me. So there's a little, yeah, all right. So when we put it back together, this part here goes in there like that. Because there's like a little seated area in there for it, right? And then you push this spring, this the firing pin, back in this way with the spring, and I can, when the trigger's pulled, this gets hit and it pushes the firing pin out. What this is attached to, when I'm not exactly sure what the purpose of that is. But maybe I can understand it better when I put it back together, you know? So here we go. So now we're just gonna, and with this particular one, after I clean it, I'm gonna reassemble it and then put it back whole. All right? So again, I'm not sure if you wanna watch me scrub, but I'll pause the camera, and with the movie magic, we'll have it all back together in a jiff. Alright guys, so I got the bolts all cleaned up finally. So many little pieces, man. It was brutal, I'll tell you. Brutal. It hurt my hands. The arthritis. It's crazy. Alright, so now we're gonna put this bitch back together, right? I'm gonna start with these little pieces so that I don't lose them. Alright? I don't wanna be chasing them around my basement. So we got the little spring and that do-bopper thing right there. We're going to push that in there for the ejector. Just take the ejector. We're gonna, seems like it gets pushed in like this. Like that. Push that bitch in. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not that easy. Yeah, that's a tough spring. I'll tell you that. So it gets pushed, maybe use a bigger one. There we go. Push that in like that. Let's try it like this. Push that in. And I'm gonna squeeze that. Oh, a little tighter. Okay, that's a little too thick. Let's try another one. Ready? One more time. There we, I think, nope. There we go. Just like that. Right? And then we're going to take the pin and push it back in the bottom. Boom. Take our hammer. There we go. One down. Right? And then we're going to do this one, like that. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna do that. And then we're gonna take the firing pin and the spring. There, like that. See that? Okay. And then we got to put this pin in, right? But there's this little divot here. So we got to make sure that the pin goes in this way, slides in that divot. Right? So we're going to go like that. Push it. Look at that. Just fell in on its own. Beautiful. That's everything. That wasn't so bad. That was not bad at all. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Famous last words, right? Alright, I'm going to keep scrubbing. That's done. All I have left is the, we got the chamber, the barrel, and the handguard. And then we're done. Alright? So we're going to, it's going to get right into it. We're going to do the barrel next instead of putting you on pause, because I think this is another good one for you guys to watch. Alright, I'm going to need a little bit more room here. So, barrel is pretty much just like everything else, right? I'm going to spray it down. Spray it on the inside. I'm almost out of my blue stuff. Just awesomeness. But I'm not out because I've got more right there. Love this stuff. Good stuff. Riptide. Riptide. Alright. Alright. There we go. Grab our toothbrush. Let's just go to town. This shouldn't be too bad. Just like that. Now I always do the outside first. I've told you that before. So that when I grip it to do the inside, it's not sliding all over the place, right? But that's just me, my opinion. Whatever that means to you, but what do I know, huh? Just like that. Get that. Get some stuff out of here. Alright. Flip her around. This. Now, if there's something that I did wrong or you wouldn't have done the same, leave a comment. I'd love to hear about it. See what I never said that my way is the only way. just the way I do it, you know. If there's a better way, I'd love to know. I would love to know. Alright. That looks fabulous in there. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. So now, get rid of this. Oh, look at that, huh? Look at that. Now we're going to wind up wiping it down again when we're all done. But once we get the inside done, make sure we get our fingerprints off of it, you know? Hide the body, you know what I mean? Kidding. Just kidding. Am I? Anyway. My wife says I have a real sick sense of humor. But hey, it's whatever. I just like to have fun, you know? At everybody else's expense. Alright. Yeah, it's not too bad. Really good. Okay. So now, we got our handy dandy brush. Now they don't have a push thing big enough for the barrel, but my kit came with one of these, so I'm going to use this to dry the inside. So, let's see. I'll take this. Oh wait, I need the adapter. That would help. That would help. There we go. Just like that. Then like this. And then what are we going to do? We're going to hit it with the blue juice. The blue juice. There we go. Alright, I want to make sure you can see as much of this as possible. Alright. So, take it. It's going to go in this way. Just going to push. Just like that. Boom. Out the back. Spraying shit everywhere. Now, I'm not a fan of going back and forth, but I don't have much of a choice. Right? Kind of tangled. So, if there's a better way, you let me know. You know, a lot of people use those snakes. Is that what I believe that's what they're called, snakes. Just like that. Yeah, those rope things that have these things built into them. It sticks out. I mean, they're good. They're okay. I have a couple myself, but I'm not a big. I don't think it gets it as good as this does. You know. All right. We did that a few times. We're gonna take this off. Actually, I need the adapter. Just like that. Just like this. Keep looking back because I want to make sure you can see me, you know, where the camera is as to what I'm doing. Maybe I should put a monitor in front of me so I don't have to keep looking back. But we'll see. There we go. That goes there. This is going to go here. Now these are all specific sizes for 12 gauge. They have 20 gauge, so on and so forth. So make sure you know what gauge your barrel is. Alright, I'm going to stick the plunger in now. Look at that. Huh? That's pretty gross, I would say. Well, again, I'm not eating it or anything, but... Alright, so we're gonna put some more of the... some more of the juice. Put the juice in there. And we're gonna do it again. Just kind of go back and forth like this. comes the new bottle. Riptide. Bling. All right. Let's shoot that some more. Gotta open it. There we go. Let that sit like that. All right. I'm just gonna do it again. A couple more times. I'm just gonna. There we go. All right. So, what are we gonna do? I don't know. I think I'm gonna try and do a patch anyway. My first shotgun, I didn't buy all the things that you would need for it. These just happened to come in my kit. Shame on me. But I'm gonna try with the biggest one I got. Let's see. I don't need the adapter for this one. Let's see how it comes out. Because I gotta dry it. I can't just leave it wet in there, right? I mean, I was thinking about sticking a t-shirt or a rag. Well, I don't want to risk getting it caught, you know? There we go. Let's give it a whirl. Say a prayer. Yeah, it's not tight enough. That's always a problem, huh? Alright, let's get a couple more. Just gonna bulk it up by adding. There we go. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, did you hear that? Oh, not bad, not bad. Just gonna keep pushing that through. There we go. Boom. Oh wow, it's coming out. Not that bad. There we go. Yeah. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the juice and just squirt it right on here, like that. Just give it one last wash. There we go. Do it again. One more time for good luck, huh? We haven't folded it in half again. How about that? Let's see. Yeah, I lucked out. That's pretty good. One more. And then we're going to dry it. Boom. I think that's good. See, I never understood these things, because once they're dirty, then what? Do they just go in the wash? If you know the answer to that, leave it in my comments. I have no idea. What do you do with those? Alright? I just think they're dirty. You can't clean something clean with something that's dirty. I don't know. Again, that's just my old Italian mentality. My mother cleaning the house all the time. Dirty. Alright. There we go. Not that bad. Not that bad. Do a couple more. Couple more, couple more. There we go. Man, it's like watching paint dry, I guess, huh? Boom. There we go. Yeah. And I think this is gonna do it. Comes out. Yeah, it's dry. Good. Take this apart. Now we're going to need this for when we oil the inside, so I'm not going to get rid of it yet. But I'm just going to give it a wipe down. We'll give it a good old spit shine when we're done. Oh shit, look at that, huh? Look at what I just found. Look at this. Yeah. there, huh? A little culprit right there. It's hiding from me. Alright? And what have I said? Every video, if you're gonna do it right. Make sure you get everything. Just like that. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Barrel's done. And again, we'll give it a spit shine. Alright, this guy here should not be bad at all. So we're just gonna give it a good juicing. I'm not throwing any of this out, man. We're gonna get every last bit of it. There we go. It's done. Done. It's done. All right. Take your brush. They have the rail like built into the handguard. It's pretty cool. Getting the inside. Need like a toilet brush to get in there for this one. It's big mouth. There we go. Just like that. Just like this. Get the inside there. Call it a day. What day are we calling it, huh? Dad joke. Anyway. All right. So, yeah, this is looking good. I like that comes out, huh? Look at that. So that comes out. That's cool. But there's like a little O-ring or a spring or something there. Hold it in place. I ain't gonna fuck with that right now. There we go. Beautiful, it's beautiful, it's beautiful. Beautiful. Let's stick this up in here. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Speciale. Speciale. Alright. And here's the last thing right here. Okay? So there is a lot of schmutz in here, man. I don't know if you can see that with the camera, but there's a lot of schmutz in here. So we're gonna scrub the shit out of this. So we're gonna let this soak too for a minute or two. We're gonna put this on spray. We're gonna put that on spray mode. Just like that. Just like that. I don't want it to leak out, so I'm gonna do this. Spray the outside. Polymer is going to be not bad. Even the mag barrel, whatever they're calling this. Alright. Sprays everywhere. So while that's soaking in there, we're going to do our thing out here. Alright, let's move this out of the way. There we go. There we go. There we go. See, this is all clean. I don't want to get it dirty. So we're going to do that. You know, for these big guns, I should probably get one of those big, like, bathtub brushes, you know? So I'm not using this little. I guess that wouldn't be a bad idea, huh? And this handle is just rubber. It's nothing special. You guys believe the rumor that if it's not sudsing, if it doesn't make suds, it doesn't clean? I don't know. I don't know if you guys noticed all the stuff that just pulled out of here. Came out. Again. Gross. Go. Here we go, here we go. What's your favorite shotguns? Leave a comment, let me know. I'm curious. I just bought a new shotgun myself. I don't know if you can see it here behind me. Right here. Can you see that? Is still on the stand right there. Yeah, that's it's a G-Force Arms. Couldn't beat the price on it. $113. All right, and it looks almost identical to this Rock Island. You know, that my brother-in-law spent like $300 on. 400. I don't know how much he spent actually. I'm not gonna guess. But anyway, so I couldn't say no. So I'm gonna go take it to the range this week sometime, and then I'm gonna do a little review. $113 shotgun. I mean, I think for $113, as long as it goes boom, it's great, right? For a home defense, I think it'd be fine. All right, no issues. All right, I think we're good on the outside here. Now we're going to go to the cavity. All right. Okay, I'm going to say that's done. So we're going to give it a good old wipe. I'm going to clean up a little bit. And then once I'm clean, we're going to come back and we're going to put it together. I'll see you in a few. Well, guys, I think I made a boo-boo. I hope he doesn't get mad. I'll fix it. A little bit of glue. Alright guys, welcome back. We finally got everything all clean. And now it's time to put everything back together, and oil it down. Just cleaning up my work area here real quick. I'm almost done, and we could start that process. All right. So obviously, I didn't break the stock off of the shotgun. I took it off. There was just some grit and like all in here and in here. My OCD was driving me crazy. So it said, my OCD said, clean it, don't leave it. So I did. I took it off and I cleaned it. Just like that. Didn't take too long. It was just a pain in the butt because I had to find where that screw was and how to access it. But besides that, we are good to go. Some last minute drying in here. think we are good. So we're pretty much going to do all the steps backwards. Okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the stock back on. And to put the stock back on, you got to locate the screw, where in this case it was in the stock. Yeah, I'm just hitting everything, huh? Which is located in the stock, right? You kind of got to drop the bolt in there and pray that you get close to where you need it to go. And I was not close. So let's try that again, huh? Alright. Well, I guess I can lower it down somehow. What do I got? What can I lower it down with? I don't know. Think these are strong enough? Probably not, but we'll see. Yeah, no, that's not gonna work. Hey, you know what? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it like this. And we'll go like this. And do it from the bottom up. Just like that. Of course, that's what happens when I show off, huh? Oh, Butana. Alright, let's try that one more time. I'll put that there. And then we're going to put that inside. I can see it at the bottom there. Just gonna, boom, just like that. Now it's in there. See, I can see the screw coming out the bottom. All right, and then I'm just gonna kind of start it in here. Put that in there like that. Try and hold that with 2 hands. Tighten it up. I'm gonna loosen that just a little bit, so that I can align it better, and then we'll tighten it up again. There we go. Just like that. It didn't move. There we go. Good. Alright, and now we're going to take the butt and we're going to put that back in just like that. Oh, actually goes in like this. Just like that. Okay? Okay. Now we're going to put the swivel screw back in just like that. And we're going to tighten it up just like that. Perfect. Alright, stock is back on. Looking good so far, right? Wish me luck for the rest of it. Now, we are going to do the, so let me see here. Boom, boom, boom. We'll do the trigger. Alright, trigger doesn't need anything. No oil, no nothing. So, speaking of oil, what we are going to do is we're going to put some of our magic juice in the inside of the chamber. Alright, because remember what I taught you, that anywhere where there's metal on metal friction should be lubricated properly. Now, with that bolt in there, high pressure, really fast, you want that lubed up pretty well. So we're just gonna put a bunch of drops in here. Lube up this chamber like that. And then we're gonna take a couple of these and we're gonna move it around. Boom. We're gonna oil it up real good. There we go. Good. Lube it up, lube it up, lube it up. Lube it up, lube it up. There we go. Matter of fact, I'm probably gonna, yep, I'm definitely gonna do a little bit more. There, a few more here, like that. There we go. Drop those bitches back in there, and I gotta lube it up some more. Maybe I should get like a little paintbrush next time, and we can paint it in there. All right. Like Bob Ross. You guys remember Bob Ross? Put a little pretty tree over here. Put a little pretty tree over there. Yeah. Put a drop of oil here. Drop of oil there. There we go. There's my homage to Bob Ross. All right. Okay, now I think we're good. All right. Take these. We're gonna throw it out. Boom. Just like that. Okay, could you see with the camera? Nice and shiny it is in there because I lubed it up real well. All right, now remember how we took this out, right? It was in there like this. We had to pull forward and then up, right? Let's do the opposite, right? So we're gonna go like this, get it in place, push it down, set it back. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna put our pin back in and make sure we're clear all the way through. Gonna hit that bitch with a hammer. Thank God. Thank God that worked out real good. All right. Now we're gonna oil up our mag pipe. Because we got the spring on there, we got moving parts. All right, I don't know if it's the right thing to do, honestly, I don't, but I would think it makes sense to do it. So we're gonna put that on there too, and then we're gonna rub that bitch around real nice. I'm gonna lube it up. There we go. Just like that. All the moving parts. Remember, metal on metal, metal on metal. All right, put that on there. There we go. Good. Okay. Now that that's all lubed up, we're gonna put our spring in. Just put our spring back on, just like that. Boom. Okay. And then we're gonna do the what's next? What is next? We're gonna add a little oil to this. This is our piston. All right. It's gonna go in here. Thought it went in there. No, it goes up. No, it doesn't go in there. This just goes in like that. That's right. This goes like this. Goes on there, and then the piston or the charger goes on top like that. Wrong way. Goes on top like that. Okay, we're gonna make sure that's in place there like that, and then we're gonna oil this one up too, right? So An old wise man told me that back in World War One and Two, when they were using their ARs, they would overheat because they were just constantly right. And then when they would have to go and repair the ARs, they would pull out these bolts and clean them off a little bit and then dip them in motor oil. Like they would soak it in motor oil. They said that, there was no such thing as too much oil on the bolt because it just kept going so fast. Now, for this scenario, I don't think it's necessary to soak anything, right? But we are going to make sure it's properly lubed. Okay, so we're going to hit it up. Hit it up. And you know what I was even contemplating using grease, because it's just that kind of a part that just, high pressure kind of part, But we just can't be shy when it comes to this, when it comes to the bolt. The bolt. Alright, I'm going to grab 2 of those and we're just going to wipe that in really good. Now, as far as I'm concerned, it's okay to have it, wet. Just like that. Put that in there like this. And then we're going to put it back on like that. Okay? We're going to slide it in. Can you guys see this? I hope. Slide that in. Okay? Now, we have the charging handle, and remember how we took it off? Where we had to line up that hole? Well, we gotta do the same fucking thing, but now the damn thing's greasy. So, with that being said, alright, now it's locked in place. We know that works. And then we're gonna release it slightly like that, and we're going to move it like that. I'm going to hold it with my thumb actually, and I'm going to pick this up, and we're going mud on. It's not working. It's sliding out of my hand. That's how much oil we got on there, but that's okay. There we go. Gotta try and line that. What actually holds that bolt in place. So without that, it's going to fling out, right? Okay. Hope you guys are able to see this. Tricky. You're a tricky little bugger, huh? Don't. Come on. Some people just amaze me. They do, they do this really quickly. Maybe it's just from years of doing it, I guess. But it's like you got to get that exactly lined up. If I just did that, and then if it would just fall in place, huh? Wouldn't that be awesome? Booyaka. All right. That took a New York minute, but we got it. All right. So now we don't have much left to put back, right? So we're gonna, just to help a little bit, we're gonna put this back and lock it into position. Boom. So now we don't have to worry about it flinging out at us. Okay? So then we're gonna put our buffer in, put our gasket in, like that. And then we're gonna put the barrel in. Now, the barrel, we're gonna oil it first. Okay? So, with that being said, we're gonna take the Miracle Lube and we're gonna coat the shit out of it. All right. Gonna let that travel a little bit. There we go. See, it's coming off on my finger. Beautiful. All right. And then we're going to take a couple of these. What did we decide? Like 5 or 6 of these? That fit in there? Maybe it was a little more. All right. Take one of those. We're going to coat that too. I know, it's maybe a little excessive, but I'd rather that than have this not go right for Mark. Oh, look at that, nice and smooth. Boop, and popped right out. Look at that. Good. I'm going to do that again. Good. And you know what? We're going to do it one more time. No, I'm kidding. That's funny. I don't care who you are. But anyway, we're going to do that. And boom. Right. Set that aside because we'll use that later on. And then we're just going to do one plain wipe just to get any excess. Just like that. All right. Good. We're all on the same page here. I'm still recording. My sound looks good. I've been checking that because last thing I want is another mute video, which really sucked. Now we're going to put the barrel back on. All right. So, with that being said, I'm going to have to put the gun like this. Put it on my leg. All right. Let's see if you can see the whole thing there. So, putting this on, well, first you got to have it, make sure it's the right way. See how it won't go in? See how it's cocked? It's cocked off, right? Because your slide is in the way, right? So what you have to do is we actually got to close this partially, okay? And to do that, pull back on the charging handle and push the button, which releases it, and we're going to slowly bring it up, okay? Now, we don't have to bring it all the way up. We're just going to bring it up enough so that the barrel can go in without, there we go, just like that, okay? Now there's a notch right there, okay? And on the side of the bolt is a rail. So we gotta marry the two now, right? So we gotta get that in. And then all the way down. Boom. She's in. Now we can let go of the bolt. And we're good. Okay? So we're gonna lock this back into place. Joe, you got all this oil all over the gun. Yeah, I know. We'll fix that in a little bit. All right. So, 3 pieces left, guys, and we're almost there, right? 3 pieces. So now we got to take the locking nut. It has little teeth on one end. Put that in so it touches there. Okay? Come on. There we go. And there's 2 rows. And let's tighten that down by hand. Boom. Alright. Now we got the handguard. Slide that bitch in all the way. All the way in. Get your cap. Just like this. And that tops it off. If I wasn't such a sped right now. Come on. Alright, let's try it this way. I don't wanna. Alright. No. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Alright. All on. Okay. We are completely assembled. Alright, make sure that's nice and tight. Now we're going to test it. Okay? So we're going to close it. Okay, when it's closed, that moves, right? Test the safety. Good. Open the safety, it should go bang. Close to it, right? Open it again. Lock it. This doesn't move. That's good. Because it shouldn't be able to load it while it's open. Okay? Close it. See? Pull the trigger. We're in working order, man. That's awesome. So now I'm going to take some of these patches and I'm going to rub it down. Put some oil on her. Just a coating. You don't have to be crazy because I think oil protects. Alright? I'm Italian. I have olive oil in my blood. Alright? All the drinking and drugs I've done in my life, the oil in my blood is probably what saved me. No, that's not true. That was Jesus Christ. He saved me. That's a fact. Him and my wife and my kids. Alright. There we go. It's just a protective, it's like armor all, right? In a car, you put armor all on a car. On your dash, on your seats. Right? It protects it from the sun, from the heat. Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Giving it a light coat. Light coat everywhere. There we go. Coming down to the end. All trash, just like that. And now what are we gonna do? We're gonna buff it out. Buff, buff, buff. We're gonna buff it out. Just like that. My wife's gonna kill me because I got my good jeans on. Are you doing gun work in your good jeans? She's going to say. How am I going to get that oil out? I don't know. Wow, that looks fucking fabulous. Look at that. Look at that. Down like this. Buff it out. Alrighty. Okay. Just like before, we'll give it one last try. We're going to put that back. We're going to set it. Alright. That should not open, and it doesn't. Close it. Closes. Perfect. Goes bang. Perfect. Safety works. Perfect. Open it up again. And we're done. We are done. What do you think, YouTube? Did I do a good job? How does that look? Does it look like a brand new gun or what, huh? That's awesome. That looks great. Listen, guys. Thank you for all your time that you spent with me today. I really appreciate you. Every one of you who's came around, stuck around, watched through it. Like, click, subscribe, and share, please. You know, I'm trying to make my bread and butter with this, you know. Maybe I'll retire. Who knows? Working 2 jobs. So anyway, God bless you. Be safe. Protect yourselves. And I'll see you soon. Oh, wait, one last thing. Haha, I'm not done yet. Just wanted to say, I really like this gun. I actually may get one for myself. I'll see you.